Hi there. I want to talk to you today a bit about bones, and in particular skeletons. There's lots of different kinds of skeletons in the animal kingdom. The human skeleton, like the one I have here, is a type of skeleton that we find inside a body, an endoskeleton. And this skeleton, this is from a crab. This is what we would call an exoskeleton. It's found on the outside of a body. Lots of invertebrates or animals without backbones have exoskeletons. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about animals that have internal skeletons or endoskeletons and how that skeleton can inform us a little bit about how they live and what they eat. So, we're going to look at two primary features on skulls. Now, skulls are the top part of the skeleton, and we're going to look at some different land animals to make this comparison. So we're going to look for the teeth, and we're going to look at their teeth, and we're going to look at their eyes, where their eyes are located. So this is our first specimen. This is a cow skeleton, or cow skull. The teeth are towards the back. They're flat, and the cow has eyes on the sides of its head. Okay. Now these eyes on the side of the head allow it to see out on both sides of its body so that it can keep an eye out for prey. The flat teeth help the cow grind down its food, grasses and things like that. Vegetables, it's a vegetarian or herbivore, to grind those down and swallow them. Here we have an animal with some very sharp teeth up in the front. You can probably guess as to what kinds of things this animal eats. It is a predator. This is a type of wolf skull, and the eyes are pointed pretty much straight ahead. So giving it nice binocular vision to focus in on its prey, hone in on them, and then go in to grab and eat. Our third skeleton or skull here is from an omnivore, just like a human. This particular animal is a pig, and it has eyes that are not quite as forward as the wolf, not quite as far sideways as the cow, but somewhere in between. And its teeth are kind of sharp up in the front and kind of squared off towards the back. So it can tear, pull something apart, and then chew on it for a while. Now we have some animals that are adapted to other environments as well. So humans and the skulls I just showed you are all animals adapted to live on land. But we have animals that are also adapted to live in the air. So this is a bat, and you can see that the skeleton gives it a nice big wing. So these are all bones that help give it a nice big wing so that it can fly. And the bone structure is quite light. None of the bones are very thick. Here we have a fish, and this fish is very well adapted to living in the water. You can see the skull towards the front. Eyes, they have good vision on the side so they can see any predators. But they also have a very light skeletal structure, not thick bones like land animals, because the water actually helps hold their body up for buoyancy. So they don't have a heavy skeleton, and they have lots of bones near the top that actually help them swim through the water. So just to sum up, we can look at bones of different animals and see where they might live. So an animal that lives in the air, like a bat or a bird, is going to have very light density bones. An animal that lives in an aquatic environment might have a bone structure that is adapted with fins and isn't very heavy duty because the animal's weight is held up by the water. And then we can look at land animals, and we can look at the different kinds of teeth in their jaw and their eyes to see if they're herbivores, if they're carnivores, or if they're omnivores. Thank you.